What you doing here? Thought you said you were going to Target this morning. I woke up too late. And you know everybody and their mama be there around this time, so I'ma just chill here and play this game for a few hours and then go later. What type of video games do you play? I mean, I be playing a lot of action, RPGs, I mean, obviously, but I be playing a lot of fighting games too, you know, like Street Fighter, Tekken, Guilty Gear, Soul Calibur. Excellent. I have a game for you that I think you're gonna love. What's up everybody, what's good? My name is EK and welcome back to What's Good English, the channel where I focus on slang, colloquial English, and African American vernacular so you can understand how English is really spoken. And on this episode, we're gonna be talking about the habitual be again. I covered this in the very first episode of African American vernacular, but there was a lot of stuff in there and I really wanted to give the habitual be its own episode so that I could have a second chance to explain it better with more contextual examples. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. The habitual be is probably the most recognizable feature of African American vernacular. It's a tense that doesn't exist in standard English, and it creates the idea that something happens frequently, but not always. We actually have another word for that, which I'll cover later in another video. However, let's go ahead and take a look. Hey man, like, you know I be recording normally during these hours, right? Yeah, and you be leaving these lights all up in everybody's way, so now I'm up in your way. This your script right here? You be writing your script in this iPad, right? I be leaving them there like that so I ain't gotta set them up over and over again when I need to shoot for that same angle. Hey man, do what you want. But I'm gonna be here until you don't be leaving stuff all up in everybody's way like this. Mama, can we go to the grocery store by the mall? Cause the one by our house don't be having the ice cream that I want. Maybe next week, baby, but we ain't got time for that right now. Now come on, let's go.
1 hour later.
I thought you said they don't be having the type of ice cream you like. Normally they don't be having it, but this time was a fluke. But the other store by the mall be having it all the time, and they be having more flavors. Alright, so now that you've seen it in action, let's talk a little bit about grammar. The most common usages that you will hear will follow these structures. Subject be adjective or subject be gerund, like I be tired or I be reading. And it's important to note that these are just fragments. You can't say them on their own devoid of context. You either have to provide the context or the context has to already be implied. Yeah man, you know, I be tired. Of what? You tired right now? No man, I'm talking about I be tired of doing something, man. Context, bro. What you talking about? See the way those kids are just wolfing down those pizzas, man. But you know, kids be hungry in general. Their metabolism be in overdrive. Yeah, you right about that. Let's quickly review how this differs from standard English. He is reading implies that the action is in progress. It's happening right now. He reads implies that the action is not happening right now. However, it is performed by the subject, and you need to add auxiliary phrases like all the time or hardly if you want to indicate how frequently it happens. He be reading implies that the action is not in progress. However, it does happen regularly, and it indicates that it happens regularly without adding any auxiliary phrases. If I were to ask you what you do with your spare time and you reply with I read, that's pretty definitive. That means that if I were to bump into you during your spare time that you're going to be reading, you need to say something like I usually read in order to indicate that you're not reading all of the time when you have spare time on your hands. However, if you were to say something like I be reading, that means if I bump into you during your spare time, you could be reading or playing a video game or doom scrolling. Alright boy, let's cut to the chase. You know what you on punishment for? Cause I be hard-headed. That's right boy, you don't be listening. And you know we ain't trying to do nothing but help you out, right? I know. Alright, now give me that game, because I know you got it in your little bag right there. And as long as you behave, and I don't get no bad reports about you from the school, I'll let you get it back next week, alright? What you just saw in the prior example is another way that we use the habitual be. Because of its nature of describing something that regularly happens, it can also be used to describe a characteristic of something or a personality trait of someone. For example, I be forgetting means that I'm forgetful. However, what would you call someone that makes a lot of mistakes? Anyone? A foul up. I actually had to pull out a thesaurus for that one because it's an uncommon word. However, I would just say, oh, don't give it to Johnny, he be making mistakes. This comes in handy for when a word doesn't exist for the characteristic that you want to describe. For example, let's say you and your friends know someone that Dave that always gets tired. Now, Dave isn't a tired person because he's not tired all the time and he's not tired when you meet him. However, before you part ways, he gets tired and announces it to the group. So I would just say, oh, that's Dave that be getting getting tired. I can't make it to the dinner because I gotta drop something off at Uncle Mac's house right quick, but I'll be at the movie on time though. Whoa, you say you going to Uncle Mac's house? No, man, I got a strategy this time, dude. It's gonna work. My strategy will work, I promise. Man, you might not make it to the movie in time, man. He be talking people ear off. I mean, he be knowing stuff too, but still.
Later that same evening.
Hey, Uncle Mac, I'm just here to drop off this book, and then I gotta leave because we're about to watch a movie. Gracias por devolver, man. Let's hear leave, bro, boy. That's how you been saying it in that Spanish, right? I mean, probably not with this head part in the middle, but you know your uncle like to be making a few little jokes now. So where you off to now, what? We about to go watch Shang-Chi. You say you're gonna see the Shang-Chi. Yeah, boy, see, they got the name of that wrong. See, that's supposed to be Shang-Chi. See, in that pinyin, that Chinese pinyin, that Mandarin, that C-H-I, that's Tur, not Chi. See, they want that to be Chi. They need to have a Q-I. Yeah, but they put the C-H-I, because they always be getting that wrong, boy. Just like that Beijing. You know, people be saying Beijing, that's wrong. They be getting that wrong all the time, you know. That's Jingle Bell. You know, that song, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell. Yeah, see, if you can say that Jing, that's how you supposed to pronounce it, boy, because it's Beijing, not Beijing. People be saying that wrong all the time. You know, if you can sing that little Jingle Bell song, you can say Beijing. Everybody can say Beijing, but they be saying that Beijing, man. I don't even know what's going wrong with those people. Oh, wow, that's real interesting. Whoo, boy, I need to let you go ahead and get up out of here and see your show, because you get close to time for my show to come on. And whoo, now, what shoes you got over there? Those some Adidas? Or some of them Puma over there? Oh, that reminds me of this book that I was reading now. Boy, you know I like to be reading them books about their history. Let me show you this little book here. I think you're going to like this one. Hold on now. Oh, here it is right here, boy. Sneaker Walls. You know about this book right here? Oh, well, you would love this then, because you like wearing them little Pumas and them Adidas all the time now, boy. See, them two brothers over there in Germany, like, you know, before World War II, even during World War II, you know, they both had these sneaker factories right there, both making different sneakers. And, you know, one of them went on to be them Adidas, and the other one went on to be them Puma sneakers, right? And then, whoo, they just, man, they had corruption even going on up in that FIFA, boy. You know, that FIFA, that soccer that they be playing? Oh, my goodness, boy, you love this book right here. Oh, whoo, wow, look at the time. Boy, you don't have me talk your ear off again now. Go ahead and enjoy your little Shang-Chi movie over there. Okay, you take care now. Bye. That does it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked it, please leave me a like and a comment and let me know what you thought. I do want to apologize for my bit of inconsistency here. Recently, I am managing content across 3 social media platforms, which is way more than I ever intended to do when I originally started making videos for this channel, and way more work than I ever thought I would do in my life, if I'm being honest. However, it is a lot of fun. I do really enjoy making these videos, and I am going to continue trying to bring you guys really cool, fun content. I just need to try to find a work-life balance that doesn't have me going crazy in the process. Another thing I want to do is make a couple of announcements. Number 1, in the description you will find a link to an episode of the Pause on the Play podcast. Erica and India invited me on to chat about African American vernacular, so please check that out. It's a really cool episode, and it's a really cool website. You should check that out as well. And another thing is I did a 2-hour live stream with Luke from Polymathy on his channel, and we discussed African American vernacular and some language stuff, so please check that out as well. And of course, my African American vernacular playlist right here. And I will be back next week with another video. Thank you again for watching, and y'all take care. Ciao.